Hi, manifestations. Yet another story about one of my many manifestations. And today it's about homes, new homes. And I was wondering, because I've always been really good at attracting, manifesting really beautiful, lovely homes. And I went through my memory about what kind of homes have I been manifesting? And I'm going to share with you two homes. One was when I was studying and things went a little bit extreme in my living situation. I see a pattern in my life that it's like I have to be in some kind of extreme situation and then something extremely wonderful manifest in front of me. I was in Copenhagen and I really needed a home, and I had tried so much to find a new home, and it can be quite demanding to find a home in Copenhagen which you can pay. And I had like a couple of days where before I was going to, move out of the place where I was, and I actually didn't know what to do. And I just, in my, quiet mind, prayed to my spirit team, please help me, help me. And then I forgot about it. And I think I went out and just enjoyed the rest of the weekend. I had a good meal and having long walks in Copenhagen. And then at that time, my boyfriend, one of his friends, called me and said if I liked to come over because he and his wife wanted to discuss a matter with me. And I went over there and they were suggesting if I would love to rent their apartment. Because they were going to move to another apartment just one floor below the apartment they had. So I was not only renting the apartment, it was not from them. It was just like, hey, you can take over this apartment. And I could keep it as long as I wanted because it was my contract. And it was amazing, like 150 square meters apartment for 1,800 krona, like so little amount. I don't remember the amount in US dollar, but it's so little, it's so cheap, and it was located very central Copenhagen, at the last floor, fifth floor, with a wonderful view, silent, lovely, lovely apartment. And I was just like, oh my God. And I could move in like more or less immediately. That was so amazing. And I had the apartment for around 9 years. And it was the perfect apartment for me while I was studying because it was so cheap and wonderful to have a huge apartment in the middle of Copenhagen and in a neighborhood which I really love, Nørrebro. So that is a manifestation I really think about from time to time, which was such a huge help. Because I was standing there and needing an apartment, and it just manifested in such a beautiful way. And then another place, another home which was very dearly to me, was the house I bought when I got divorced from my ex-husband, and he was keeping the place we were living in, so I had to move out and find a new place. And at that time I didn't had any work. I had been a stay-at-home mom, and yeah, so one day I was just looking through the paper. At that time it was the newspaper, and I saw this house. It was just like 5 minutes walk away from where we were living, and it was with ocean view. It was such a wonderful size, and I just thought, wow, the feeling I got when I saw the house, I just had this rush of energy. I just felt, this is our house. This is just our home. And I felt so confident about it. And I remember that one of my old friends said, but he didn't believe in that I was going to get this house. But I felt so sure about that was our house, and that it would solve itself. The feeling around the house was so good. So I felt so peaceful about it. And I know that I didn't have a job at that time, but I just knew that I had to act on it and walk towards getting the house. So I contacted my bank, and in the same period I was offered a job. It was not like a wonderful job, but it was within my field. And I thought to myself, this is the universe sending me a helping hand to be able to buy the house. And I went to the bank, and they actually, they offered me three solutions. I could either buy it with my ex-husband, or he could buy it, or I could buy it with myself. And my bank advisor, I loved her. She just said, I think you should buy it yourself. Perhaps it's going to be a little bit rough with the expenses, but do it. I believe in you. And that made my decision easy to buy it on my own. And that was the best decision I made, to buy it on my own. And things just worked out so well, Things just worked out so well. So from seeing the house being on the market for 5 months, I came over and I saw the house, and I just felt this is the house for me and the children, until everything was settled with the bank and with all the papers and lawyers, whatever. Things went so fast. I think it was only a couple of months, and we moved in before Christmas. This was in the fall, and we moved in, I think it was middle of November or so. And I remember the feeling of just entering the house, entering the home, and it felt so good. It felt such a blessing in our life, and we just loved living there. It was the best home for us as a little family of 3. So I would say, always believe that you can manifest the place you want to live. I have several other stories about manifesting, amazing manifestations about homes where you don't believe it would be possible, but my spirit team, the universe, just made it possible. So just always believe and go after what you want, and remember to feel that it's going to feel as a home, because that's the thing I've realized, that you can ask for a place, but the best feeling is when you ask that it's going to be a wonderful home for you. There is a big difference of living a place where things are working, but the feeling feeling of a home, it's the best. So I have more stories about different manifestations here at my YouTube channel, and if you're interested in working with me, go to my website. You can see the information below here. But have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.